line has caused a lot of witness which are potentially dangerous for the discipline and national contribution of the army. There is, for instance, a mad rush to acquire wealth. Since acquiring wealth is in straight ways is nowadays not easy, some people have yielded to the temptation of stealing. This is done mainly through the diversion of army resources for personal use, e.g. money meant for duty, vehicles, or supplies. The enemy is not against the acquisition of wealth by individuals or families. Recognize the principle of using various forms of ownership and production to develop the countries. Specifically, we recognize the following forms of ownership and production: personal property, e.g. radios, furniture; private property, e.g. land, shops, livestock; cooperative property; partnership property; corporate property; state property. So I was telling our officers that people need property, but they must get it in clean ways. In order to really help yourself, know how to help your people, you need to understand the whole journey of the human race for the last 4.5 million years. I've been polite, but I'm tired of being polite. You must go to your area and push people house to house. I always give the example of Byamukama. Is Byamukama here? Byamukama came in the other parliament when he was elected. His father brought him to me in 2021. Karori Kamanyira was our long-time supporter. And he said, this boy has been elected to parliament. What advice would you give him? I told him, you go to Kisozi. I sent him to Narwanga there. You go to Kaumu and see what you should do for your area. Byamukama went and started. First of all, in his own home. And the others who moved quickly. There was a man called Kasamba in Masaka, the one with one arm. That man had done a good job there, Kasamba, but he died. I think he died from an accident. So therefore, in this Kisanja, I want us to really stop playing around and help our people transform.
Ministers, we are assuming office under the National Development Plan 2026-2027 and 2030-2031. This is intended to enable us attain the upper middle income status and achieve double-digit growth, leading to the GDP of $500 billion. I therefore call upon all of us to prepare and be responsible enough to understand that this is the target that we have made by ourselves, and we should participate very actively and expeditiously to achieve the target, because it's our own target. Under Your Excellency's leadership, and specifically during this term of office, you have directed that this government should bear zero tolerance to corruption and also no more sleep, implying that there has been some little sleep, but now that word there, more, means no more sleep. Your Excellency, as Cabinet, we promise that we shall endeavor to ensure that we take on corruption by the horns and also keep awake in order to implement the programs of government.
Honorable Ministers, this induction is not merely an orientation exercise. It is a strategic leadership program designed to prepare you for the demands of modern governance and to ensure that from the very beginning of your tenure, you are equipped with the knowledge, you are equipped with the skills, the values and networks necessary to deliver results for the people of Uganda. The theme of this retreat, leading government with integrity, discipline and results, delivering Uganda to upper middle income, is indeed just and timely. Uganda's aspirations are clear. We are seeking to transform our country. We are seeking to transform our economy. We are seeking to eradicate poverty, expand opportunities for our people, strengthen our public institutions, especially the public service, and
improving accountability for service delivery is critical. These are the benefits.
They are enablers, but their mandate is to ensure that every shilling of public funds is spent lawfully, transparently, and for the benefit of the people. Your Excellency, you found when I had told them about how we constructed the Twin Towers judicially and saved the government 8.5 billion shillings. If we had not been vigilant and monitored closely, that money would have come from Treasury. But I never went back to ask for more money. In fact, the contingency which had been given to us was used.
Discussions, and we agreed that we'll have follow-up.
So, when such a moment arises, I follow 4 principles. 1,
as a Treasury advisor, recently we let him go. We said we have now been advised enough. First budget call circular. This is issued in September. By 15th September, it is issued by the ministry. We consult, he says, no, you people concentrate resources in. This is the master plan of the budget. If you are to, in November, after that, we have now another background to the budget, which defines all the ministers and my colleague PSS. When you see, I want to tell you the truth. Those detailed estimates. So, take one is approval now. When we have prepared the budget, which includes all of the monies which are going to be spent, included in there. Then the finance bill. The finance bill has been approved by Parliament. And July 1st, we are going to issue, we will get so much for these activities, Q2. And this execution circular is a requirement of the law. Everything I say, the law requires them. Of approving a budget, preparing.
Let's welcome him with a clapping, honorables.